Welcome back to the Forensics Detailing channel. Today we are re-polishing the front of my car to tidy it up after it's been re-sprayed. I'll be showing you all the equipment I'm using and some useful tips, and then once I've done that I would just fire up, put the GoPro on my head and show you a complete live set of polishing with no editing, because I think that doesn't often get done and it kind of shows you better what goes on than anything else. So let's get stuck into this one. Okay guys, so this is my head cam. You're going to see this move around. I've got a bit of a dodgy angle on it so I can look down so you can actually kind of see what I'm seeing. Here's my polisher. We're going to be using the Flex 3401 forced rotation. I also have these Lindy BNX 60 headphones, which are just awesome wireless noise cancelling headphones that will not break the bank, and they sound amazing as well. They are just awesome. If you ever, even if you're not into polishing, if you're going in like airports and stuff like that, anywhere where there's annoying people and annoying noise and you want to shut the noise out, boom, get yourself a pair of these. They are good. I'll stick a link from in the description. Here's all the other stuff that I'm using. I've got my new mini polisher. I will only be using that on the front hood. We'll be polishing, we'll be cutting with H9 over there and the orange pads, and polishing with M3. This is Koch Chemie M302 on the white pads. We'll be using these Korean interdetailing cloths, the 350 edgeless. So I'm going to be using soft cloths now. And once I've used them, then I'll put them in here and build up a load and wash them, look after them. These are great. Not everyone likes the soft cloths, guys. You've got an excess of material in them. So when you get them, you want to kind of shake them out. You can see there's still bits of fluff on them. You want to put them in the kind of washing machine and wash them and then tumble them. And if you really want to get all the loose fibres from the manufacturing process out, you need to give them a little kind of comb sometimes. The advantage of these is that they are very, very safe and soft. Even if they pick up debris and dust, there's a lot more kind of absorbency in there than these kind of towels, although these work great as well. It is all just down to personal preference, guys. I like to use the soft cloths. This BMW clear coat is generally rock hard, but I'm now dealing with aftermarket clear coats. That might be soft, so I'll be going with my kind of default cloths. These are very cost effective for the price, and you use them over and over again, guys. One thing here that I can tell you, I'm just going to turn this thing off here. That noise is driving me bonkers. I did an absolutely woeful job of cleaning the car yesterday. It was late, it started raining, it was freezing cold, and I was fumbling around with two different cameras. And then as it got dark, I just needed to get the car in. I shunted it in, turned all the cameras off, went upstairs. I come back down today and I see all the bits on like the alloy wheels. Doesn't look too bad because it's dark there, but when you get the light, there's bits in the barrels that I missed that aren't clean. They would have needed going again. There's bits along here that I've missed. So I didn't do a particularly good job. The tyres I know about. The tyres are going to be replaced, so I'm not bothered about scrubbing them out. They're worn out tyres, so hopefully this week I'll sort those out. What we're looking to do here, guys, you might actually be able to see this on camera, is that it's covered. Just want to make sure I'm bloody recording here. Yes, I am recording. It's covered. Let's just hold this up in fine surface machine marring and buffer trails, which you're going to find very difficult to spot. Okay, I'm just going to blow my nose as well. What I'm going to do now is show you a live set of polishing. Let's put these somewhere where I can get at them. I missed my trolley. I need to get another trolley at some stage. Let's just plonk that there. Put that there so I can be a little bit more organised. Oh yeah, I'm gonna need the IPA wipe down as well, because we want to have a good look at this first set, see what it does. My missus is over there loitering. She's under strict instructions to leave me alone when I'm filming, but that never stops her. Right, so where they've painted the bonnet, or the hood, and the bumper, when they finish, they've machine polished over and machine polished down here and here. And so I don't have to polish all this again lower than this, but I've probably got to do all this section here. So let's just get stuck in, guys. Okay, do I have power? No. Always check that. Always check that. Right, you know that I tend to like this forced rotation. It just cuts a lot better than the free spinning dual action polishers, in my opinion. More consistent, no worry about like stall or slow down when you're trying to polish up to the edge with the machine. You know, you won't stall it, so you get the consistency. I'm just looking here, I can also see polish all under the hood, so I'm gonna have to tidy that up as well. It's interesting. Yeah, I wonder if they've had this off, haven't they? Just a bit more of a panel gap at the top than the bottom. I don't know if that's normal though. Well, maybe adjust that. It looks like they've got the right height level, so that's probably okay. We'll just leave that. Right, let's give our polish a damn good shake. Hopefully you can see this. If I've got the wrong angle, it was all a waste of time. We're not going to use, well, we're going to use a fair bit. I've got a bone dry pad here. Just get a bit, a little footprint. You can see roughly how much I've used. I never like it when I can see a little black dot on the pad. It's never a good sign, but it's pretty clean. About as clean as you can get it. So we're going to really try and do half this wing in one go, and you'll just kind of see how we're going to work it. And I haven't really got any tape because there's nothing really to protect. Okay, this pad, I can feel it's all cold and stiff. Bit of fluff, so it needs to be kind of warmed up. So this first set's going to be a bit funky. Just keep this cord away from the paint, so I can go all around without the cord getting in the way. I don't need the cord on my shoulder. That's going to cause me more problems. Right, so let's just spread this. Okay, so we've got a film of product over our pad, quite a hefty old film, doesn't matter. And we're going to crank this up now to speed 4.5, and we're going to work this for about 3 minutes, nice and slowly. The main thing is not to miss any of it and try and polish in like a passing method, where we're still doing the passes, you know, so that the whole panel gets polished the same. If you polish like the main bit and then don't polish all down here consistently, you're not going to get consistent results. So let's go. Polish is starting to thin out now. Okay, the polish starting to thin down, goes like kind of more translucent. It's just broken down, so I'm not really cutting now. So let's buff this back. So now I'm just going to buff gently, little circles, no real pressure, and just collect up. You see, when your cloth's nice and clean, you can just see how easy you collect up the product. It's just really easy. The more of this you do, the more product you build on the fibres of this surface. So when you're going to pick it up, you'll just collect less and you'll be rubbing it around, smearing it. So that's why I like to go through quite a lot of cloths. If you're using the same cloth, after a while, you start fighting against it and everything becomes harder. So that is just the first wipe down. Let's just flip this over. You'll always see me buggering around with these cloths, trying to keep them nice and flat, and always holding, pinching the open side so you can just put it down flat on the car. Just that's the best way to do it, I think. And I'm just not putting any pressure. Now let's just give this a little wipe. Don't need a lot. That is a lot. You dumbass. Okay, so I'm just going to collect up this IPA mix. It's so cold, even the IPA is slow to flash. That feels good. Okay. Now the question is, I've got a nice dot of sunlight behind this, so I can actually use the sunlight, but really I should be covering up the windows there and using that big Sealy torch. Let me take this off my head so you can see kind of what I'm seeing. If I come over here, I'm going to shield the light out, aren't I? So how are we going to do this? Really horrible light for filming this is. So it's going to look flawless with my shadow there, like showing you it to you. What you want to see is this. How can we do this? Let's try and turn the light off. Let's grab this thing. Yeah, that's not well. Yeah, that will show you the machine marring that we've got over here. We come over here. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. You can see. I'm going to inspect this properly. I'm just trying to show it to you on camera, which is a whole different kettle of fish. But that's definitely taking out the machine marring. That much is obvious. Can you see it on camera? This area here is just covered in fine scratches. I'm not sure if the GoPro is ever going to be able to pick it up. The DSLR might be able to. But we're looking pretty good here, guys. There's all sorts of other things I could do. I could set up a nice fancy time lapse and play some B-roll music. But this video, I just wanted to show you a live point of view polishing set. And that first set is always to try and determine whether or not what you're doing is good or bad. And I'm pretty sure, you know, what I'm aiming to do really here is one set compounding, one set polishing. It was never really a candidate for a one stage. You know, I will only do that if time is of a constraint, you know, and it isn't for me here. I want to cut and polish it, spend a little bit longer with the polishing, the refining side, because I think that's really important. What I now need to do is shut this camera down and really inspect properly and get these cameras off. the dustbin men that come in to do the rubbish. So it's a good time to end the video, but I'm not filming now. I want to do this without filming so that I can concentrate properly. That is to give you an idea. Hope it's useful, guys. Love the forced rotation. Don't understand why they're not more popular, because they are just so great, especially when you need that extra cut. Thanks for watching. Take care. See you soon on the Forensics Detailing channel. Bye for now.
Holding on to what I knew, but the moment's gone. Where was I when you